hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Right side. Flip one out. Timeout.
Can still bring pressure.
Electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just there. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So they won't. Now it's 17-13. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got it for second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
Final play of the half for Boykin. And his throw here is incomplete. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
So that's a wrap for us. We'll head back now to Soldier Field for the start of the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I could just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half, of being able to run the football and establish it to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Fresh set of downs here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On first down, Boykin. His throw caught at about the 5. A good pickup there at 22. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go.
Throwing again here, Boykin. That's caught at the 3. Only 2 yards on the completion at second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal.
We got 3. Three down. Let's go. Wide 9.
Third and goal, Boykin. His pass caught at the 4. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football, he does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
so much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now the rookie Boykin buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Second and 10 now. Boykin. It's grabbed over the middle by White. A good pick up there at 20 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll throw on first with Boykin. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
This is Howard on second down. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
On third down, Boykin nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And take it right on the 30. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Peterson alone in the backfield. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. It'll go as a gain of 10 there, and it'll give the Vikings a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Bridgewater on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Last week, as you get a look at some of the numbers, he just wasn't in the mix, almost like he was out of the game plan. We couldn't figure out why, but here, he's fully in the game plan.
I like what you just brought up, because when we asked the coaches about that, there's a little sheepish in there, wasn't it? That's when they admitted, yeah, we kind of neglected him last week. We've got to find ways to get him the football, scheme to get him open, because they know he's a big-time weapon, so they're going to have people out there to cover him. And sometimes you just have to do some things, show some different formations, get him isolated where he can be one-on-one. And in this game, they're getting that done.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. A second down throw for Bridgewater. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Peterson alone in the backfield. To throw, Bridgewater. And Diggs has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 36 yards out. And Barth puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stout defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
Barth now after the made field goal to kick it away. On the return, here's Dree Archer. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Throwing here, Boykin on first. It's grabbed over the middle by White. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Come on, let's go!
On second down, here's Boykin. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. 23 yards on the play.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion. After this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get nothing. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Bears defense as they head out to set up shop now. They're looking for one final stop here, put this game on ice. What's the message from the defensive coordinator here?
Don't overthink it. You know what you have to do. Let's get this game over with and get to the locker room.
Yeah, that's the key, right? Just get it over quickly. They don't want to deal with any extra time.
You don't want any extra time. You don't want to do something out of the ordinary that gives them an opportunity and hope. Go out there and play the way you know how.
Now Bridgewater. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Bridgewater. He's got time in the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after. Here's Bridgewater. He finds Humphreys. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Bridgewater to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Bridgewater. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 10 yards to go on 3rd. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. But I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The rookie Boykin to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A long way to go here for the offense on 3rd down after the penalty. 3rd and 15. Third and long for Bridgewater. Now a desperation. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Give to Howard. And he'll lose you. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Now the rookie Boykin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Only people are really happy about those picks.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Kassim Edebole in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Bridgewater. And he's got room. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Boykin's going to throw it. He completes it right side to White. A gain of 6 there on first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. Boykin to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf.